So imagine that. Piper Sandler has raised its Tesla stock price target to $500 per share, up from a measly $315 per share previously, and now, for the first time, includes FSD in its valuation. Additionally, Tesla stock remains their top buy and hold idea. I guess we have something in common. Here's some more detail regarding this note. The firm thinks investors are starting to appreciate Tesla's potential in real-world artificial intelligence. Obviously, by investors, they clearly are talking about the traditional investment world, because you guys, we all know, and we have known for many years, about Tesla's incredible progress and lead in real-world AI. But this is exactly what I predicted would happen. The pendulum's starting to swing. They're finally starting to wake the fuck up. And like I said, it's big money investors that actually move the stock. Retail investors nibbling a few shares here and there. And in the scheme of things, bro, we don't do shit to the stock price. It's when a big institution with $1 billion, $2 billion, $5 billion, $10 billion to deploy starts going, wait, Tesla's not just a car company. Oh shit, maybe we should buy some stock. That's the kind of stuff that'll tend to actually move the stock price. So, continuing, as a result, portfolio managers, quote, are more willing to entertain upside scenarios for the stock, the analyst tells investors in a research note. That said, Piper Sandler believes the long-term narrative often takes a back seat when current year estimates are falling. Now, this is a very accurate observation. It shouldn't be the way things are, but it is. People are very, very short-sighted, especially big institutional investors. Tell me about tomorrow, this quarter. Forget the long term. This is how you miss out on massive disruptive opportunities. Complete transformations. They're too far out into the distance, you're getting swept up in short-term noise. You miss the big picture. And in this regard, the outlook is highly uncertain for Tesla. Quote, once Tesla fulfills its current launch pipeline, which obviously includes a range of more affordable vehicles, this half of this year, everyone seems to strangely have forgotten about, management's focus will shift away from launching new cars and toward popularizing full self-driving software. To reflect this, Piper is now modeling a contribution from full self-driving licensing. Oh, guys, you know I have to do it, right? I mean, I just have to. What year are we now? Can someone remind me? What is it? It's, hang on, what's it's 2025. Yeah, just making sure. 2025. And what year did I first publish my Tesla valuation model? Available exclusively on Patreon. Check out the link at the pinned comment. Join at the investor level and above. I first published that valuation model, you know, the one that already had Tesla licensing FSD. By the way, this is a 10-year valuation model. I wasn't assuming they'd license it back in 2021 when I published the model, but it was a future inevitability. So just let me do the math here. So it's 2025 now, and in 2021, I published a valuation model with Tesla FSD licensing in the future. I'm not very good at math, but anyway, I guess congratulations to Piper Sandler for finally telling investors what some of us have literally been modeling for years. Geez, I'll tell you what, they're so far ahead of the curve. I'd like to subscribe to their newsletter so I can gain access to these cutting-edge visionary insights that I told you years ago. God, this shit is so glorious, dude. And in the interest of full disclosure, as I record this, my Tesla valuation model, which was intentionally last updated in July 2024, because no new information has arisen since. In my base case, I have Tesla first receiving actual revenue from FSD licensing in 2028. The bull case is 27, and the reason is in order for a company to actually be paying Tesla for FSD, they'll need to be using FSD, and in order for them to be using FSD, the easy part, from Tesla's end, a few adjustments based on camera placement on the vehicles, bam, it's running. But the hard part isn't from Tesla's end, it's from the legacy automotive manufacturer's end, or even an EV startup's end. They have to build vehicles with FSD computers in them and a suite of cameras. And given how slow moving these entities are, it could be a number of years, even if an agreement has already been signed, before FSD licensing is actually bringing money on a quarterly basis to Tesla. But this is just so remarkable. I've been projecting this would happen since 2021. It's now 2025. And I think this is the second, maybe the third analysts on Wall Street who are now actually considering future contributions from FSD licensing. That's just one insight into how far behind these folks are. By the way, these won't be the last to model FSD licensing. I mean, it's going to be like a domino effect. Chase, chase, chase. Copy, copy, copy. Bunch of fucking pussies. All of them. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. Quote, it values Tesla's existing business at just below $300 per share, inclusive of full self-driving. Piper says it hasn't attempted to forecast a contribution from Tesla's more ambiguous artificial intelligence opportunities, because that would require possibly some courage, and admittedly, it's pretty hard to predict, but you still got to at least try, right? Quote, it is clear, however, that Tesla's thesis will ultimately depend on new age opportunities like Optimus robots and neural net training, as a service, the analyst adds. Now, this is important. This would be Dojo as a service. Very difficult to model this out at the moment. Extremely likely that it will happen, but when and how much it brings in, very tough. So I'll give them a pass on this. And importantly, the fact that they're explicitly noting this as something they're not modeling is actually really important. If the level of uncertainty is too high, or you just sort of want to intentionally sandbag and just ignore something, you should at least note, we are specifically ignoring this thing that we think will actually happen in the future, but we're ignoring it, but we're noting that we're ignoring it, so you know we're ignoring it. So you know that's a potential trick Tesla has up its sleeve that can only be good for the company and positive for the valuation. So noting these exclusions is actually important. And it's also worth mentioning that Optimus is going to dwarf Tesla's entire business, including FSD, autonomy, robotaxis, the whole fucking lot. Make it look like a rounding error. At least they are admitting that they're excluding this, but bro, I mean, of all the things to not actually model, you really want to ignore the one thing that's going to make everything else in Tesla's business look like a fucking joke? God. And finally, the firm says that while Tesla's first half of 2025, quote, may be choppy, the stock remains its top buy and hold idea. I do sometimes wonder what it must be like to be one of these analysts. To know that out there's a foul-mouthed, obnoxious, arrogant, fuckface making content on the internet who doesn't wear a suit, doesn't give a fuck, who's making decisions and modeling things relating to Tesla literally years ahead of time and saying, by the way, these dumb fucks a few years from now will also be modeling this stuff. And then for him to actually have been right and to call out your behavior like a total fucking NPC years ahead of time. I wonder how it feels. I mean, bro, I don't even wear a suit. Yet somehow, one after another, these folks are essentially running through a checklist of things that are in my Tesla valuation model, and by the way, have been since 2021. Oh, well, okay, guess we better add FSD licensing now. Guess we better add the Robotaxi network now. I guess we better add the humanoid robot now and the software subscription with the bot now. And I do really wonder what it's like to be these guys. And of course, I also wonder even more, forget the valuation model. Just, I wonder how they feel about being called out ahead of time that Tesla stock will surge and then they're going to chase after it because they're all a bunch of fucking pussies with no testicles between them. Not even half a fucking scrotum to be found. I want to be clear, okay? Nothing at all of any substance has occurred at Tesla other than the refreshed Model Y, which we all knew was coming. Well, actually, maybe they didn't, but I did. I mean, I've been saying as soon as the refreshed Model 3 came, I'm like, well, they're obviously going to do this to the Model Y as well. It's a matter of time. It won't be instant, but it will happen. And I've also been pointing out, since Tesla already told us they've got a range of new, more affordable vehicles coming out in the first half of 2025, obviously, the refreshed Model Y will be launched globally before those new range of vehicles, because why would you? It's like, that's going to pave the way. But this is not a needle mover. Well, they might sell a few more vehicles and make a couple more dollars. Who fucking cares? That's not enough to justify 315 to 500. And nothing has actually changed, right? Just incremental progress towards an inevitable destination. What's actually changed is we've made so much more progress now that what previously took a reasonable amount of courage now takes almost none. Well, of course, Tesla's going to do okay at AI. Everyone knows that now, updating our price target a fuckload because Tesla's making AI and now we realise that they're actually doing what they've been telling us and showing us they're doing for the last 5 years because we're idiots. This won't be the last. Again, I'm just going to predict some NPC behaviour. Wave of massive price target increases. I called this months ago, told you exactly what's going to happen, and here it fucking is. This won't be the last, and they're going to make up some magical reason. Oh, fucking AI. You idiots, we already knew about AI. Don't be a pussy, just admit it. We're morons. We don't know what we're doing. We're chasing the stock. We're trying not to be embarrassed. The stock's nearly 500 now, so we've got to figure out a reason to go from 300 to 500. Thanks. Lame. Why is everyone always wrong about everything? I saw this great post from Timmy, digging this one up from 2029 on the Crisis News Network business website. These were their estimates for the top electric car manufacturers in 2025, the year I'm currently speaking to you from, with the subtitle Sales Figures for the Future Industry Leaders. Now, you might note that Tesla is not currently number one. Well, they're obviously number two, right? And then I guess it would be BYD after that, right? Because currently they have Volkswagen as the number one electric car manufacturer in 2025. The same VW that since 2019, the same year this estimate was published, I've been saying is fucked, and here's why they're fucked. This is again why you just can't outsource your thinking to experts. This is one of the big mistakes all these dim-witted Wall Street analysts do. Well, they're an expert. They forecast things. I'll just believe them. Apparently VW, Volkswagen, the whole group was going to be number one this year. Number two, Renault, Nissan, Mitsubishi. Now, of note, they're number one. Tesla wasn't far off 2 million electric vehicles last year. That's last year. And these geniuses back in 2019 were expecting number one in the world would be, if you're lucky, maybe 1.4 million. Then we have Geely, less than 500,000, and Tesla. What is that, like 420,000? You fucking idiots. Well done, dipshits. By the way, I noticed that BYD isn't even on this fucking list. I mean, what? What? Number 1 and 2 in the world? The actual number 1 was in 4th place. Number 2 is not even on the fucking top 10. Now you know why I continue to point out that expert is a pejorative term. It's derogatory. One final thought regarding Tesla and the future, and not being a fucking pussy. I saw this on the internet, and obviously if it's on the internet, you can believe it because it's on the internet. So let's see this thing that we can believe because we saw it on the internet. Tesla has given suppliers guidance on Optimus production, 600 units per week by the end of 2025. Now, obviously, we can't actually believe this because we don't know whether or not this is correct. However, it does align fairly closely with comments from Elon recently in an interview where he said maybe 5,000 Optimus bots produced in 25, 50,000 in 2026, and 500,000 the following year. 100x in production from year 1, 2 to 3, a 10x each year. Now, if it turns out that Tesla does produce a few hundred or a few thousand Optimus humanoid robots in 2026, which is in line with their goals, and begin selling Optimus humanoid robots the following year and produce around 50,000 of them, how long will it be before the extremely intelligent, visionary analysts on Wall Street start actually modeling out the implications of Tesla selling humanoid robots to customers? Because that could be happening in as little as 12 months from now. Want more content? Early access? A bunch of perks? Click the links in the pinned comment. AG1 is awesome. I've been taking it daily now for more than 3 years. It's a great way to fill in nutritional gaps. It's packed full of vitamins, minerals, and whole food source nutrients, plus has prebiotics, probiotics, and adaptogens to improve gut health, regularity, and help your body handle stress. I'm always looking for an edge to help me feel and perform my best, which is why I haven't missed a day of AG1 for more than 3 years. Just try it and see how you feel. Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR and get yourself a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 travel packs. This is what viewers of the channel had to say after trying AG1. I feel like I have a lot more energy since I started on AG1. Just got my AG1 in the mail. Legit feeling the effects after day 3. 3 months ago, I started AG1 and have been enjoying the evenness of alertness and energy that lasts the day. I just started the wife on it too. Are you convinced yet? I mean, hey, it's worth trying, right? Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR, or I can keep going. This viewer, after about a month on AG1, definitely a lack of fatigue in the afternoon. Pleasant side effect is that my coffee intake has imploded and is almost down to 0. One more? Yeah, why not? I honestly feel younger and will be continuing to use AG1. This stuff really is crazy good. I didn't think it would be, but this stuff is awesome. It really is what everyone is saying. One more? Don't mind if I do. I've just received my 3rd month supply. I've drank it every day. I have so much energy throughout most of the day. I'm productive, started a new business, started socializing, refurbished a boat. It's no coincidence. Thank you for your persistence, your integrity, and your insights. Now look, these are not my words. These are not my testimonials. This is what you guys and girls are saying. Maybe it's 100% placebo effect. But even if that's the case, I think it's money well spent. Click the link in the pinned comment or head to drinkag1.com/SMR and get yourself a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 plus K2 and 5 travel packs.